Good evening, everybody. We're going to start a special study of Passover. Hopefully, Debbie will be on my schedule to finish it before Seder, so everybody can get an understanding, and we will be able to give enough information also about 10 luminous emanation, Talmud Eser Sfirot. So we're going to share with you as much as we can as you are home with the coronavirus, and I'm sure everybody is panicking. Disease, but also money situation, losing jobs. That's even more panic. The people who believe that they will be healthy are worrying what's going to be tomorrow. So with the work, with the money. So it's very, very important, please, I'm begging you to read my books. It will help you with the business. And if you don't have even the energy to read the book, just sit with yourself and say whatever I say in the first chapter of the book, that you open yourself to receive all the nourishment, the love, and the money that the universe want to give you. All right? So hopefully you're watching it. I'm going to go right into the gate of meditation of Rabbi Isaac Luria. We're going to do about 30 minutes, about 30 to 40 minutes. See how that go. If you are live with me, then it's great. If you're not live, this is great too. But whatever it is, stay alive. Thank you. So, I'm going to read from Rabbi Isaac Luria, או רבי חיים ויטל. הננו דם מה שנאמרו ז"ל, כי אותם הדורות הראשונות דור אנוש ודור הפלגה סילקו את השכינה למעלה, ברקיע השביעי מחמת עוונותם. We know in the beginning, everybody pushed the Shekhinah. Shekhinah is like the female aspect of God, but what does that really mean? Is it she wearing skirt, God wearing pants? No. Shekhinah, it's Shach Yana. Shach Yana, Shach means 320 spark of light that exists in the entire world, and Yana is 65, like the word Adonai. So meaning, this is almost like a protecting shield, like an umbrella, protecting us from the energy, so that we will be able to filter the energy in such a way that we can receive it. So when a person commits a crime, he pushed away that filter away, and then the energy that's coming direct and can be dangerous because it doesn't have a shield to protect themselves. So you say that the Dorot Rishonim, the first generation that God created in the beginning, pushed away the Shekhinah. ודע כי ישראל שהיו באותו דור של שיבוט מצרים, and the Israelite that were in the time of Egypt as slave, היו בחינת אותם נוצצות הקרי שהוציא אדם הראשון, אותם כמה 1,000 שנים. So if we are aware, in the first 130 years of Adam and Eve, Adam was not with his wife, he was basically wasting sperm, and with that wasting of sperm, it's called keri, it become into nitzitzot because there is no levush, there is not clothing to it. And because there is not clothing, what is a sperm without a woman? It cannot turn into a child. So you need plus and minus. So the sperm is the plus, the woman is the minus, not from a point of negative, from a point of receiving. So that's how you create a human being. It's that because of that wasting, those nitzotzot, those spark, basically came into Egypt, to the slave in Egypt. And that took place until Shet was born. We know that Adam has 3 kids, Cain and Abel and Shet. Then those spark basically reincarnate into the Dor HaMabul, into the generation of the flood. ולכן היו משחיתים זרם על הארץ, and that's why they did the same thing, they were wasting sperm. כי אין השורש שמשם נוצרו וחוצבו עד שנמוכו. Because they came from there, and because they came from there, they had to force to be doing it. So, meaning it's telling us that whenever you feel like you've been forced to do something negative, it's because your roots come from maybe a high place, but your negativity you have to overcome. It's strong for many, many lifetimes. So until you're not saying no to it, you're basically doing nothing. And so Adam was wasting sperm, the sperm itself has its energy. Where does this energy go? That go in the next generation. They had to deal with it. So it came to the Mabul, to the flood. We know what happened to the flood. Everybody died. Like they were killing their own children, which is the sperm. They die. וזה מה שנאמר וירא השם כי הרבת האדם בארץ ונודע כי הקרן יקרה רע. And that's what it says in the pasuk, in the verse, that God saw that there is a lot of evil on the land. And we know that sperm wasting called evil. And the one who does it called evil. ויהי ער בכור יהודה. Also we know Yehuda, same story. He has a son named Er ve'Onan. Both of them didn't want to make love to the wife because they're afraid the wife lose the beauty. So they were wasting sperm as well. So the name was Er, the son of Yehuda. And it say about him, ויעשה הרע בעיני השם. He did bad in the eyes of God. What is bad? What is negative? Wasting on sperm. ונבזע כי הדור ההוא ממש ראה את האדם הידוע. That's when that generation was mamash, was the whole idea there, רעת האדם. They were the evil. הוא האדם הראשון. What does that mean, the evil of Adam? Meaning the reason they did evil because they were coming from Adam. הם חטא האדם אשר בראתי, הוא האדם הראשון. זאת אומרת, על ידי השם יתברך לו, לתוצאיו רצה למחותם. So then they reincarnate in the generation after that build the tower in Babylonia. What is the tower in Babylon? The Tower of Babel. What is that thing? Is people who want to build the physical tower, וראשם מגיע השמיימה. And they want to say we are God. Those are the same people. אבל הם כתיב וירד השם לראות את העיר. So, every time it say בני האדם, the children of Adam, it doesn't say anashim, people, it say children of Adam. Why only Adam? What about Eve? Because the sperm only come from a man. If the sperm only come from a man, it cannot be ילדי אדם וחווה. It has to be only belong to Adam. לרמוז כי היו טיפות קרי. It's to tell you that it was a waste of sperm from Adam. And then they continue to sin the same like the flood generation did. וצריך שתדע, you need to know. A soul, what is a soul? It's like a gold. When you get it out of the ground, it's full of dirt, say the Ari. So you need to clean it. It's not easy to clean it. You got to clean it and clean it and clean it. So every generation we become better. Then you realize you have a gold. Same thing with the soul. Because the sin of Adam was mixed good and bad. Especially in those 130 years. So, let's get to the point here. Now, we talk about Passover, we talk about Pesach. Why in Egypt it was so many decree that they have to work in a harsh work, like for whatever they did in the time of the flood or the sperm that was wasted, you know. נגזר עליהם כל הבן היולוד יאורה תשליכו. דוגמת עונש המבול עצמו. The same thing that happened in the flood, that all the boys, all the men, everybody died in the flood. Same thing happened in Egypt. That Pharaoh say all the boys has to be thrown into the Nile before even they become 5 days old. וכנגד מה שחטאו בתור הפלגה, אבל הנבלים. And when they make them slave and they have to build tower, those are the same people that built the towers last lifetime in the Tower of Babylon. So what is the Ari trying to tell us? In Egypt was a collection of all the soul that did something wrong. נאמר ויאמרו לכם בחומר הלבנים, פרחתי במקום אחר וזאת שבת ונים ברעב קודש הנדר. So basically, every human being in Egypt, okay, the Israelite, were the reincarnation of those two reincarnation, or three, if we include Adam, the flood generation, and the Babylonian generation. ואומנם יותר שבוי פרצם התעמוקין, לנודע שכל השבועות מן החסדים והגבורות שבמוח הדעת, שם תלוי לסוד הזיווג. ואיש לא ידע, כן נקרא את הראשון משם נצטרך לטיפול אותו. וכבר נדבר אצלנו כפושע מבחינת דעת, וכל עוד לא ראו מבחינת דעת, אלא שהם יצאו לקליפות, הבאתי אותם טיפות קרי. So, all this generation come from a klipa that called da'at. Where is that da'at? Da'at is the neck. Da'at is the neck. So, where is Moshe Rabbeinu come from? Neck. When you say Pharaoh, Paro, what is the reverse letter? Oref. Oref means the back of the neck. Mitzrayim, meaning narrow, tsar. Where is the narrow part of the body? Neck. So you say, וכל עניין הגלות הזה של מצרים, is all exile, היה לצרף ולתקן מבחינת ניצוצות הקדושות ההם. was to basically bring back all those ניצוצות. בסוד ויוציא אתכם מכור הברזל, ממצרים ואבן זה. כי נדמה מצרים אל הכור אשר בתוכו ניתחת זהב ונפרד הזה. So what is Egypt? Egypt, tell us the Ari, was almost like a place where you make the gold. So when you take the dirt, and you have to clean the dirt and finding the gold, almost like in a gold rush, then eventually you get the gold. But you have to suffer a lot for the gold. So to find one piece of gold and shine it and clean it, take a long time. That was Egypt. What we learn from that, it's a great lesson. Every time you go into some tough time, or a bit suffering, you have to look at it from now on, as I have to go through that, because it's cleansing for me to become the better version of myself. והנה נודע, כי בהיות למען האחיזות החיצונים באיזה ספירה חד ושלום, זה השפע מן המקום ההוא. We know already, say Dari, that once the negative forces are elevating to a certain sphera, to a certain level of existence, because we did something wrong, הנה מסתלק השפע מן המקום ההוא. Then the nourishment that we're supposed to receive from there is disappearing. למה? Why? כדי שלא יצא שפע רב משם לחיצוניים. So let's say if a person did damage in how to be kind to people, then he damaged the level of chesed. So the level of chesed is now shutting down for bringing all the light down. Okay? So why is that? So the חיצוניים, the outside forces, the negative forces, will not be able to capture that level and take advantage of that. כמו שיותר בעניין הצילות, זה רנפיל, צריך לצאת צילותו, מבחינת ו' צפות בלעד. זה כי מתאחז פרעה במצרים מדעת העליון. So when we talk about Pharaoh, is in דעת, in the back of the neck, מצרים, the neck, בדעת העליון בדור ההוא, in the דעת, the capture דעת, ספירת דעת is the neck, חזר זה על קדמותו, בעיבור א', what do you do then? What do you do with the system that nourish this universe? What is the system that nourishes this universe? Again, this is quite advanced. It's not for everybody, but if you are on it, why not? It's quite advanced. It will be few lectures like this about Passover. So, what happened to Zeranpin? And I hope you know what Zeranpin is. Zeranpin went back. What does that mean? Went back. So try to imagine that there is a system like that you have like a pipe that keep nourishing everything. But all of a sudden, in the place of the nourishing, which is called Malchut, there is people being manipulate the people who are supposed to receive the blessing. Being manipulate. We have to shut down that energy because the energy is no longer going to the people. It's going to the klipot, to the chitzonim, to the outside forces. And that's what we had to do. So what we do with the pipe, what do? We're blocking it, they will try to open it. We take the pipe and we lift it up. So they cannot connect to that pipe and nourishing from that. I'm skipping so you can do better with that. Those are just details. So let's now go to understand Pharaoh and the Egyptian. So they were representing the story, the people who control the Israelite in Malchut. Why specifically Israelite? Because the Israelite was chosen to have a stronger desire. But stronger desire can either lead you to bad places or to good places. If you have strong desire, you draw more blessing from the master, from the creator, from the king. If you have no desire, you draw less energy. But let's look at the bad side. If you have more desire, you can draw just non-stop for yourself. And you don't do it because you enjoy what you're getting. You're doing it because you are becoming more selfish about your desire. So Pharaoh and the Egyptian were using the Israelites as a tool. That was the slavery. To bring enough energy to Mitzrayim, to Paro. Why? Because they were using witchcraft. He was a big mechashev, big witchcrafter. He knew that Ze'er Anpin, that pipe, went up back to his mother, to Binah. What is the name of Ze'er Anpin? Yud Ke Vav Ke, Tacher Gamatan. Mashgiach v'shalitas ba'olam. So he saw there is no ruler in the world. לכן בבוא משה אליו, כפר בעיקר. So when Moshe Rabbeinu came to see him, remember Moses used to come and see him, come and see him, come and see him. But he kept telling him, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want from me. I mean, which God are you talking about? He tried to tell him that your God went to sleep in Binah. ואמר לא ידעתי את השם. כי ניקת קליפה עליונה שלא ידעת עליו, על פרעה לא הייתה יונקת משם. וזהו לא ידעתי את השם. So Pharaoh realized, he said, now it looked like the Wild West in Malchut, meaning pipes went back to Binah. The nourishment is not coming anymore from the place it used to come. So basically we are equal now. It used to be that that pipe want to nourish only the Israelite. Now when it's gone, it's gone. So he said to Moshe Rabbeinu, to Moses, who is this God you're talking about that I should listen to him? וזעיר אנפין לקרא הוויה כנורא, כי אמר מי השם אשר אשמע בקולו? Because it say, who is this God that I should listen? הוא רוצה לומר, הנה זעיר אנפין לקרא הוויה, אשר אתה בא אליו ותוכדו, הכנו. So where is this tetragrammaton, he said to Moses? That's what he meant. כדי שישמע בקולו. So I can listen to it. He made fun of Moses, said, okay, tell me where it is. He knew that זעיר אנפין went up, ולא סילק השגחתו ונכנס בסוד העיבור. Because now, it's almost like the Ze'er Anpin, which was so great, become a child again, okay? Become like a baby again, it's called Ibur. ויחזק השבט לב פרעה, כשהיה שומע השם השם מפי זה היה גורם לו לחזק את ליבו. And every time Moses came to him and said to him, God say that, God say that, it didn't help. Because simply, Moses tried to tell him, there is tetragrammaton, and Pharaoh said, there isn't. Because he knew it went back to the Ibur. Ibur, again, try to imagine Ibur is being almost like somebody is 35 years old and is going to become a fetus again. I mean, it's very difficult to understand it. כי ידע בחומה שלא היה אז מתגלה והיה נעלם בסוד העיבור. האמנם בשם אלוקים היה מודה. He said, I still believe in God, but I don't believe in God as tetragrammaton. כי הרי יוסף אמר לו, אלוקים יענה את שלום פרעה. If you remember when the same Pharaoh talked to Joseph before, he said to him, God will answer the peace of Pharaoh. But he used the word God, he used the word Elokim. There's many ways to use the name God. And he used to use the word Elokim. That's when he didn't believe in Yud Ke Vav Ke, but he did believe in Elokim. כי נהיה בזמן גדלות, את לא מוכין לשם הוויה, אבל בזמן גדלות, את לא מוכין דה אלוקים. So here we learn something that we need to establish before the Haggadah. We have two forces. One called Gadlut, one called Katnut. When we talk about Gadlut, when we talk about greatness, Gadlut means greatness, we are talking about Yud Ke Vav Ke. The tetragrammaton, it's greatness. It's revealed, what does that mean, greatness? It's a full capacity of your energy, of Yud Ke Vav Ke. When we talk about Katnut, when we talk about that we're not revealing the full potential of the light force, then we call it Elokim. So because the Pin, because of the sin, because of the negativity, had to go back to his mother Binah, because try to imagine that Binah, that's his mom, Pin, that Mashpia, that nourishing Malchut, has to go back. So, היה לו מוחין דאלוקים ולא הוויה. So he can only relate to אלוקים, to the name אלוקים, and not the tetragrammaton. לכן היה כופר בהוויה ומודה באלוקים. For that reason he only agreed with אלוקים, but didn't agree in י' כו'. גם העניין הוא, you have to remember that, כי הנה נודע ששליטת החיצונים אינם בחס ושלום בשם הוויה. The outside forces, the קליפות, the negativity, all the bad thing, cannot connect to י' כו', cannot connect to tetragrammaton. cannot. אלא בשם אלוקים. They only can connect, if they want to connect to energy or to light, they only can connect to אלוקים. ולכן אתה, אשר זעיר אנפין היה בסוד העיבור, and now because the אנפין was in עיבור, meaning he was concealed, היה בבחינת מוחין דאלוקים. It was only מוחין דאלוקים. It was only lights or levels of אלוקים, not a level of י' כו'. והיה יכולת אז בחיצונים להינק ולהיחס שם, אמרו כי שם זה אלוקים מתפשט בדרגות רבות, בדרגה האחרונה משמרים של היין שבו, מבחינת הקליפה נקראת אלוקים אחריהם. So the קליפות can connect to אלוקים. קליפות mean dark forces, negative forces, bad forces. Those forces can connect the name Elokim, which is, it's one of the name of God, but it's the name of God in the lower level. Now within Elokim, of course, there is holiness, but in the end of the word Elokim, there is one name that's called Elokim Acherim. It's called other God. Other God, not related to the light force of the Creator, it's actually related to the opposite things, which is the dark side of all negativity. So there is where Pharaoh and his people getting the power from Elokim, which is the Oref, is the back of the neck. And back of the neck, it's called Oref. Paro, same letter, okay? Same letter. And Pharaoh has three minister next to him. Sarah Mashkim, the minister of drink. Sarah Ofim, the minister of baking. The Sarah Tabachim, and the minister of the kitchen or the cooking, which is the different type of the name Elokim. Again, I hope you are knowing what I'm talking about, the different type. Elokim Yudin, Alpi Nahin. And that's how the dark side getting the light. Now you know why in doing the Seder, we are jumping a little bit, not according to the order, because Seder means order. But actually nothing is in order in Passover. Nothing is in order. Everything is going out of order. Out of order. It starts with the greatness, then it falls to the smallness. And if you look at Agadah of Kavanot, my favorite Agadah is called the Rovshitze. It's coming from Rabbi Naftali of Rovshitz. I don't know if you can find it in English, which has so much Kavanot. It's my favorite one. Okay? And Rabbi Eliyahu Davidash. There is many of the Rabbi Cordovero. And the idea is when you find the Kavanot there, you're going to find that there is three types of Elokim. And the three types of Elokim represent that type of energy which is lower. When you're dealing with Yud Kevavke, is Mochin de Gadlut, is more greatness. So you need to understand what you're doing in the Agadah. Especially this year that it looked like everybody's doing it by themselves. It will be wise if everybody do it right. I will do the best I can to put the camera for the people. I don't know if I can get a camera like this. It's a camera that's allowed to work on Shabbat and allowed to work on holidays, so people can see it and do exactly what I'm telling them. Or what I'm going to do with my children, we might do a Seder step by step, and then you can watch it doing Passover for everybody. And that's what I'm going to help you, because I don't want to leave you without help. I think I did train all my students in a wonderful way that they're running the Seder for the last 4 years. So I didn't know that that's coming, but I train all of you, 50 people each time. And I believe that you can run Seder on your own. Now, when you have all the knowledge, if you have question for me, do not be shy to ask it. The reason I'm doing it today as a kind of an anti-pastor for Seder is just to open yourself up for what's coming. I also want to tell you, those of you listening, this weekend, this Shabbat, it's Mevarchim HaChodesh, it's the blessing of the new months of Nisan. Also, next week, you're supposed to bless the trees, to have good fruit and good health. We need it all for us. So please reach out to us, and Debbie will be able to send you the paper if you need, or our team. Our team can send you the paper for Mevarchim HaChodesh and the paper for blessing of the trees. And also, make sure you stay as healthy as you can. I will do my best to the people who live in LA to have at least a matzah for you, so you can come and pick it up. I cannot give it to you directly, but I will leave it somewhere so you can come and pick it up. So you can have a matzah with the kavanot, with the meditation that I'm going to do for you. And this is the best I can do for you right now, and I'm sorry for that. For this time, it's almost like we really need to get out of Egypt. So it seemed to me that this Passover will be the most important Passover ever. And I just hope for all of us that we all do the right meditation in every aspect. And in one point, please remind Debbie and myself and our team to do all Seder for you with a camera, so you can see all the details, and I'm going to go to every details, and it will be hopefully maybe two camera. So one camera will look at the page, and one camera will look at me doing what I need to do. So hopefully it's clear. So I'm not going to give you more on that. You already blow your mind. If you want to understand it, you got to listen to it about 3 times. This is just the beginning. And just want to wish you whatever that you wish for yourself health-wise, and just good news for all of us. And I want to dedicate this study, and I'm going to do a study tomorrow, Bli Neder, as well, for my father, Amos Ben Chlafu. This is, tonight is his death anniversary. So I want to share that for him, so his neshama will get aliyah. Toda Rabba.